if you want to stay in the industry that you love, basically, you need to do whatever it takes to stay in that industry. Right? You had options. You could have done other things. You could have gotten a different job, I'm sure, management, sales, whatever. You're a survivor. Obviously, you're successful. You're going to survive, but you decided to sacrifice quite a bit to stay in the industry you love.
Yeah. And it's just because I think it's anywhere you feel like it's a right fit for you. And for me, when I was doing landscape, it's like I was working outside. I was able to just the final product, right? You're able to build something. The reward is so much greater than sometimes doing something in a job where you don't really see your impact, right? You do something day after day and you don't really see, am I having an impact? And for me, I think that was the biggest reward, just saying, hey, wow, we've worked 3 days, 5 days, a month. Look at what we just built. And then it just became like a challenge. Like, what's the next thing we can do? What's the next thing we can grow? And I think it never leaves you. I think if you have that inside, but a major event and a change in the economy can definitely put a twist or a wrench in the spokes, because you might have to stop everything the way you used to do it to say, what's harder than changing habits, right? If you're always habitually spending money, like your money's coming in just as fast as it's coming out, and that's pretty much what you're doing when you're growing that fast, you're spending everything. Like I can't say that even at 10 million in revenue, there was any profit there, because there's all reinvested, either a new building, a new division, a new company. So you're always running tight. And any cash flow you reinvest into the business. So that definitely made me think twice after that event, for sure.
Growth is one of those things that is so expensive. It just is so expensive to reinvest that money back into the business. And then you've got the thing where, you've got a choice. You can probably go into debt too, which some of us do, right? That's not always the best option, but there are, there's that balance. And I think sometimes that's a tough thing if you don't have somebody that's been there, done that. And I think that's where a good coach comes in, a good consultant comes in. One of the things that I've always said, I owned a cleaning company for 20 years before I sold it to Blue Sky Services back in 2015. And I kick myself in the butt all the time for not having a coach or a consultant. Back in the day when I had my business, I used to say I probably would have saved tens of thousands of dollars. And I look back and go, it's hundreds of thousands. It's not even tens of thousands. It could be hundreds of thousands of dollars. I would have been to $250,000 quicker, $500,000 quicker, $1 million quicker, and so on. Much, much, much quicker, without having to reinvent everything and trying everything that didn't work and buying all the shiny objects that everybody was trying to sell you. And that goes on, and the stress behind it all. I just recommend highly people out there to get, I'm very fortunate that we have a lot of friends that listen to this type of stuff in the podcast. And, hopefully we continue to do that with great guests like Frank here, obviously. And we do get some of the best people out there. That's why people listen to the show that we have.